Hey there! Welcome to another episode of Galaxy Gardens. My name is Chrissy and today we're going to be making some fire cider and going over all of our seed purchases for next year. So let's go check it out. To start off today, I thought it would be cool to show you all the seed purchases that we've made and go through the seeds that we've actually saved over the years. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold up my notebook here and feel free to pause and take some screenshots so you can find some stuff for yourself. This is gonna be our first one. It might be reversed for you, but do your best. We have, oh dear, 5 types of carrots, 5 types of squash or pumpkins. Goodness, probably about 15 types of beets and radishes, 2 types of beans, 3 types of onions, 1 type of leek, 3 types of potatoes. This year we're gonna be going pretty heavy on Baltic rose potatoes. We tried those for the first time this year and they were amazing, so we're gonna do them again. And then we're also gonna try our hand at sweet potatoes. We also have cabbage, herbs, greens, grains. We're gonna be doing flint corn and dent corn mostly next year, as well as amaranth, buckwheat, and a different type of sorghum. I'll go pull out our seed box in a little bit. I'll show you what those packets look like. We also are gonna be doing our cardoon again. If you've been following along with us on Instagram, you know that the cardoon came out fantastic this year, so we're doing that again. We also have a different type of kohlrabi. We're gonna try super schmelz, so we'll see how it goes. And that's what we have for purchases this year. So I'm also gonna hold up our saved seeds. These are just ones that I've actually saved from our plants. I have tomatoes, peppers, flowers, beans, greens, squash, radishes, brassicas, cucumbers, fruit, and eggplant. Lots of good stuff here. Moving on, I'll show you the seed packets we have saved. Now, I was kind of shocked when I went through here, and I think it's on a separate page. It is. We have so many saved seed packets because when you're growing in a backyard like we are, you're not going to be using every single seed from every single seed packet because you just don't have the space. So we have squash, pumpkins. Oh goodness, there's about 10 kinds of pumpkins. I didn't even use all my cardoon seeds from last year. I just know 2023 I want to grow a lot more, so I bought some more. Eggplants, radishes, peppers, melons, roots, flowers, lots of flowers. Different kinds of brassicas, different kinds of grain. We have a lot of glass gem corn, lots of sorghum that we saved from this year, as well as herbs. So if you want to take a screenshot of this whole side is herbs. Whew. Lots of seed. I went through our whole seed box, and with our new seed order, it doesn't fit in our seed box, so now we gotta get a second one. But I just gotta show you all of the greens and tomatoes we have saved. I have almost two full lists here of tomatoes. I had no idea I had that many tomatoes in storage. And this is, tomatoes I bought. Maybe someone else didn't like their tomatoes, so they just gave me their old seed packet. It's great. We also have beans, cucumbers, some more greens. We love greens in this household. It's great for us. It's great for our chickens. Oh my God, so many things. Oh, I think that's actually it. So if you went and took screenshots of that, there's some great varieties on here. I'll pull it out. We're gonna be trying some different stuff this year. And mostly what I think we're gonna be focusing on next year are some more storageable items. So we didn't have the best squash year. Summer squash, yes, we were flush with summer squash. We got overloaded. I have a ton of it in our freezer right now. But pumpkins, no. So those good storage squashes, we didn't do so hot with this year. So we're gonna really double down and try to make that happen next year. As well as saving our potatoes, if you're buying potatoes online, it can really add up, you know, depending how much space you have to work with. But if you're saving it, then you can grow it next year. So we have some potatoes in storage that I hope are going to last longer this year. Last year, I think we kind of had like a storage issue, so they sprouted a little bit early, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna try again with some cabbages. Kohlrabi did fantastic for us this year, so we're gonna be doing that again. We're gonna get some more different herbs. Something that I've been wanting to grow for a few years, and I don't think I've grown it since, oh God, probably like 2014, 2015, is hyssop. Hyssop is amazing. It smells good. It's a good herb for tea. It's in the mint family. Very tasty, so we're gonna be doing that. And then I wanna go in on grains. So we got Floriani flint corn. It's an Italian corn. Oaxacan green dent corn. Thought it looked cool online, wanna try it. We really like using ground corn, milled corn, for all different types of stuff, you know, polenta, grits, tortillas, you know, anything. We like to use it, and you know, you can pretty much use all the part of the corn. I actually have a stockpile of corn cobs right now because we're going to be making some corn cob jelly too. And you know, outside of what we already have, you know, we're going to try some new stuff. So we got some Calypso beans. They're going to be a good drying bean. They're also known as orca beans because they're black and white. And then Jacob's cattle bean, I thought looked neat. We did get a chance to try our Mayflower beans from this year, and they're delicious, but we want to spice it up. We want to try some new stuff. Hi, Boo. So if you want to take a screenshot of these pages, oh, my cat goes away. If you want to take screenshots of these, you can know what kind of varieties we're working with. We are in Zone 6B, Western Massachusetts. And, you know, some things we're still figuring out what works here. I tell you something we're figuring out are types of broccoli. We don't have the best luck with broccoli. They do grow, but we're looking for ones that do better by us. The rest of these should be fine. These are our purchases from this year. Some of the companies that I talked about. These are the seeds I saved between 2017 and 2022. Some of them are repeats, so you can see Garden Peach ×3. I grew that over several years, so I have multiple years worth of those seeds. Lots of peppers. And then these are seed packets I've kind of collected. We went through a lot of them last year, so I was surprised to how many we had actually left over. But the squash and the melons, that's something we want to improve on for next year. Go ahead, save this for your records. Lots of tomatoes. I got to talk about our tomatoes at some point and how they did this year. So there you go. Hi, Boo. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to talk about everything while I work on some fire cider today. So we have all of our ingredients for fire cider. Couldn't get everything fresh, that's okay. And this is just for me and Greg. So, you know, I know you saw a cat on the table, that's fine. We're not afraid of her germs. So we have ginger, lemon, some hot peppers, an onion, rosemary, cinnamon, cloves, turmeric, horseradish. Didn't have whole peppercorns, but we have ground pepper. So I'm gonna use that, and then we made some homemade apple cider vinegar. So I'm just gonna give this all a rough chop, and we can kind of get into what companies that we use. First and foremost, you know, if you're in the mainland US, we are so lucky to have a lot of seed companies at our disposal, and especially seed companies who make it their mission to save heirlooms, collect heirlooms throughout the years. I just got the cutest seed manual. I shouldn't say seed manual, say seed catalog from Seed Savers Exchange. But I really liked it this year because they had some how-tos in there. There's a really great page on saving your tomato seeds through fermentation. And they give you some history about like the process of how seed companies work, how they choose which seeds to sell, on and on. You know, I thought that was really great. We don't get so many seed catalogs. I'll probably get 3 or 4, and then sometimes they'll even sell them, or not sell them, excuse me. They'll send them like again in a few months. Most of the companies that we purchase seeds from, you know, you can opt in or out of catalogs, and we don't like to waste paper if we can avoid it. So I'm just chopping up all of these pretty roughly, and we're gonna put them in our jar, and it will sit for about 4 to 6 weeks. I would have liked to get some going about a month ago, but I really wanted to do it with our homemade apple cider vinegar, and that was ready last week. So that's okay. We'll still have it in time for winter. Fire cider is great. This is gonna be our first year making it. So I actually went to the store and got some items. I'm just gonna give this a rough chop, throw it in there. Now there's a lot of seed companies out there, and I'm gonna let you know that, you know, if it's a company specifically dedicated to selling seeds, you have a very good chance that their seeds are going to be viable, that they're going to sprout just fine. You know, things I would be wary of are companies where their main focus is not selling seeds. So I don't know if you ever see one of those survivalist websites where like kind of on the side they'll send you like a bundle pack of seeds. They might grow, I just don't think they'll be the best quality. Honestly, the best thing you can do, you know, go to the store. I mean, even those like cheaper stores, dollar stores, if they're selling seeds, those seeds are gonna be fine. Get your seeds where you can. My giant list of seeds is from me gardening for, you know, well over a decade now. You build up your seed stock in time. So just keep that in mind when I tell you these companies that we like to use. You know, we're not at all sponsored, so I'm just sharing these companies with you because I've had success with them. I really like them. I've been using them for years. But this isn't sponsored. You know, no one's paying me to let you know about these companies. The first one I want to talk about is Johnny's Select Seeds. I think they're really great. Everything we've gotten from there has worked out fine. They don't have the most diverse catalog, but they have all your staples on there. We have some cinnamon. They have all your staples on there. They're great. They can have some cheaper seed packets, some more expensive ones. But if you just want something solid that's gonna get to you quickly, Johnny's is great. I also really like Park Seed. We didn't order anything from them this year because I still have some old packets we're going through. Turmeric. And, you know, it doesn't mean I don't want to purchase anything from them. It's just that we have some excess. I think I need to go get a spoon. I'll be right back. The next one I want to talk about is Kitazawa Seed Company. I've been using them for like over a decade also. They are phenomenal. They specialize in Asian seed varieties. So one thing I got from them this year were a couple Korean radish varieties. And we're really excited to try them out. We had a lot of really great daikon that came in this year. So I'm feeling pretty confident in my radish game. Kitazawa also has good shipping times, and their catalog has just exploded over the last 5 years. Like, they keep growing and growing and growing. Another tried and true is Gurney's. They, not only do they have seeds, their seeds are a little bit more expensive, if I remember. You know, it could be like $4 or $5 for a seed packet. But what they also do is sell live plants. So they'll sell like some fruiting trees and bushes. So that's really great. We've ordered some trees from them before and they've done well. We also got some seeds from Urban Farmer. That was really great. We found some good grains with them. So if you find them online, definitely recommend. A new one we found last year, that's where we got our Black Milo sorghum from, is a company called Great Lakes Staple Seeds. And I thought they were really interesting because it's definitely one of those up and coming companies where, you know, they're not corporate, they're smaller. So it's less people kind of handling the seeds, but they're so great. The seed stock we got from them was phenomenal. And they have a focus on, you know, whatever you're ordering, we want you to be able to grow it and save it for yourself. So you don't have to be ordering replacements every year. And I thought that message was just so great. So we like ordering from them. I think we also got some tobacco seeds from them, our Petite Canadian tobacco. You know, it's kind of surprising. I was looking for, you know, new seed companies this year. And from what I found, you know, a lot of them are either based in the South or in the Midwest, like in the Michigan area. And, you know, it's just where agriculture is really well in our country. Speaking of Michigan, you probably know who I'm going to be saying if you know anything about seeds. M.I. Gardner. Phenomenal. I love watching their videos on YouTube. And they're a great company. They're definitely, like, if you want the most inexpensive seed packets, other than going to the dollar store, M.I. Gardner is where it's at. I think these days it's about like $2 a packet. Their catalog is also growing every single year. They always have fun new varieties. Their turnaround and getting you your seeds is very, very fast. So I love them. So if you're looking for, you know, just a reminder, this isn't sponsored, but if you're looking for another company or another place to, you know, watch, you know, how to learn how to grow stuff, the M.I. Gardner videos are fantastic. I really think you should, you know, learn from everyone and everywhere that you can. So definitely check them out. Another company we like, Baker Creek or Seed Savers Exchange. They're wonderful. Their seeds are also a little bit more on the expensive end, but they tend to have stuff that nobody else has. So for example, some specialty leeks, kohlrabi, herbs that we're looking for, we got from Baker Creek. Those are the big ones. You know, like everyone else, we also go to the store, like we'll go to Tractor Supply or Home Depot or the dollar store in the spring. And if there's something that we don't really care about the specialty type of seeds for, or maybe we forgot something and we don't want to wait to order it, you know, those big box stores are really good. They usually have seeds out in like April, May, and they're great. You know, if you want to just grab some carrots or some simple green beans, that's the way to go. We like to try, you know, new heirloom varieties every year if we can. I think this year we spent just over $300 between seeds and potatoes. So, you know, not everyone has that kind of budget. Yes, I'm thinking of succession planting. Yes, I'm thinking of, you know, long-term seed saving, expanding our seed bank at home, and, you know, planting for the amount of, you know, land we have to work with. But honestly, you know, what we're getting back is so much more than we're spending. I usually probably spend around $100 to $200 a year, and usually half of that is for potatoes. We get our potatoes from Maine Potato Lady because they're close to us, and you know, their seed tubers are just such great quality. Everyone is restocking this time of year. Usually, you know, a good time to think of ordering your seeds is around Thanksgiving. So that's what we did. I think we did most of our orders actually on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, we didn't get to spend Thanksgiving with family. We've had some illnesses going around. Greg and I are healthy, but you know, life happens. So I spent that day planting garlic, which if you follow our Instagram or Facebook, you saw what that looked like. If you want, I'll go ahead and put it in the description if you want to see a how-to video for planting garlic. But we just threw it out where our corn was growing. Anyway, so Thanksgiving's a great time to start looking to see what companies have restocked. Highly recommend any company that you like to order seeds from, get on those email newsletters, because you will be the first to know when everything's going to be available. And, you know, the sooner you get those, the sooner you can kind of get in the queue to order stuff before it sells out. Now, across the board, these companies don't, you know, put all their seeds out at once. They go ahead and put like a good amount out, and then, you know, whatever sells out, they tend to restock through the winter. There's some nice rosemary that we grew this year. So if you're looking on sites, you see stuff sold out, don't panic. They're gonna restock it at least once through the winter, in my experience that I've seen, and probably again when the, you know, quote unquote like real gardening season starts in April. If you guys have been watching my channel for the last year, you know that, you know, we're gardening year round, or at least thinking about it year round. This time of year is really nice because I can focus more on cooking with the stuff we have preserved, or, you know, kind of planning ahead. We'll be getting some mushroom spawn in. It's my winter project, is to do some mushroom growing in our kitchen in some bags. So that's always fun. But the actual like gardening stuff will probably start around February. So you have time, trust me. This fire cider's just about done. Now, I never done it before. This is gonna, you know, I don't know, ferment, I guess, for a few weeks, and then we'll strain everything out, add some honey for sweetness, and go from there. So my recommendation to you, look for seeds right now. If you don't find them, just get on those newsletters. You know, companies like MI Gardener are pretty cool, because if you see a variety that you like, you can get an email notification when it's back in stock, and then they'll get it for you. Look at that. This is heavy, pretty hefty. So you have ginger, hot pepper, lemon, onion, garlic, turmeric, cinnamon, cloves, black pepper, horseradish. And now I'm gonna add in some apple cider vinegar. This came out really good. Ooh. Oh yeah, this smells so good. We're just gonna cover it up. It's the beauty of, you know, apples have been so expensive for us, but I was able to grab some rejects from my job and just made some apple cider vinegar. I don't use my homemade apple cider vinegar for our chickens, because you can typically do about a tablespoon per gallon of water for your chickens in the winter. But the acidity of homemade apple cider vinegar is much lower well, I shouldn't say much lower. It's about, you know, 2 to 3%. Compared to what you buy in the store, it's about 5%. So if you want to give stuff to your chickens, buy the stuff in the store. Oh yeah. All right, this is great. I'm gonna go ahead and put a coffee filter over this when we're done. Put them in my cabinet, and then we're gonna stir it up every day because we don't want it to get moldy. I think this is gonna be really good. So let me get all this cleaned up. We're gonna come right back. Okay, we have our fire cider ready to go into the cabinet. This is gonna be great. It already smells so good. I think other people sometimes put orange slices in here. We have our clementines and I want to eat them, so I'm not doing that. And from what I understand, this kind of serves as a tonic. So when it's ready to go, you know, you could filter everything out and just have like a spoonful a day. You can add it to cocktails, add it to tea. Yeah, it should be good. All right, so as you can see, yeah, all of our seeds don't fit in our seed box anymore. And our family friend who actually made us this for a wedding gift for us, thank you so much. If you're seeing this, thank you. I use this thing and I look at it a lot. But, you know, we've expanded beyond it again. So I just want to show you some of the seed packets that we got this year. They're pretty cool. We have Mennonite sorghum. Last year we grew black Milo sorghum this year we grew black Milo sorghum, and I really like it. I'm still figuring out kind of how to use it, if that makes sense. I've tried boiling it, and I don't know if that's gonna be my favorite way to eat that particular variety, but I'm also thinking of milling it and making it into a flour. So we have this. And this type of sorghum should have larger seed heads, which will be good. That'll be good for milling into flour. And also the stalks can be pressed for sugar juice. So that's fine with me. We also got super schmelts, giant kohlrabi, butterfly pea flowers. I've been seeing these online. I love lemonade. I'm gonna make fancy, you know, purple lemonade with these. So that's literally the only reason I got them. We also got some buckwheat, free packets. These are Kitazawa radishes. You know, I haven't bought from them in a couple years because we had so many leftover packets. But oh my goodness, their seed stock on their website right now is phenomenal. Like, go check it out. And I like their seed packets too. I think they're. I'm a sucker for kind of like more anatomical artwork, like something you'd find in like a science book. So I really like their seed packets. Well, Johnny's, they're more simple packets, but they're great. They're also resealable. I love the companies who, whatever this green glue, I guess, you guys use for the resealable packets, I hope every company uses them because they're the best. And they also, you know, like I said, they may not be the cheapest company. They're not the most expensive company ever. But you get a good amount of seeds in every packet. So I have Chioga and Touchstone Gold beets right here. Cardoons, more beets. Nasturtium I got from Mountain Valley Seed Company. My Gardner shipment, I went through every seed packet, every single seed packet, and none of them were broken. But when I opened up my package, there's random seeds at the bottom of it. They look like radish seeds. So this is my mystery seed packet, and it is like about enough as like would normally come in a packet, but like all the ones I got were fine. They were all sealed. So I don't know how mystery seeds got in there, but they look like radish seeds. So we're gonna grow them and see what happens. We also have all of our radishes. I forgot I had a bunch of extra daikon seeds and I ordered more. So now we're flush with daikon, which is great because I'll make a lot of more pickled stuff. China rose radishes also did phenomenal this year. If you saw our videos with the giant red radishes, that was the China rose and they're really good. But I also want to try a more spicy one. So I got Bartender Red. And we'll see how that goes. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Carrots. we got lots of stuff. I'm gonna make a mess. I don't care. We'll pick it up. These are Calypso beans. These are good. I got these in my gardener grab bag. I think I got 2 of them this year, which is good because I didn't have to order quite so many. And then this is the Jacob's Cattle. So they're pretty cool looking. I was thrilled with our drying beans this year. We had purple hulled cowpeas, and we got a full full quart jar of dried beans, which is great because, you know, when you rehydrate those, you know, you get way more than that. This is our Oaxacan green dent corn. We did really good with the dent corn this year. I probably could have spaced them out a bit more, but I'm not the best at growing corn. Jarredall pumpkin, it's a blue pumpkin. More squashes, leeks. We got, I don't know if this is Fruition or Fruition seeds. I specifically got them for the Mermaid's Tail cabbage. One of the content creators on YouTube that I enjoy watching their videos for has grown those, and their cabbages look phenomenal. And I'm also, you know, like trying to find a broccoli that works in our area. We want to find cabbages that do well in our, you know, little microclimate in our backyard. So we're trying new ones. And as far as grain goes, red garnet, amaranth. I love amaranth. You can eat the leaves. You can eat the seeds. Now there's types of amaranth where you cannot do that, and they're not good for you. But this type I'm looking forward to. That's going to be good when it's milled. And then going in to our seed box here, we are chocked to the gills full of seeds. I'm not going to pull all these out. Just know we have a lot of safe seeds. I took an afternoon the other day and I went through everything and organized it. Oh my goodness. I could probably fit some of the beans in here, and that's about it. But, you know, safe to say, we are stocked up for the year. Now, like I said, you know, we spent, I wrote it down, I think it's like $323 and change, something like that. Between new seeds this year, potatoes, sweet potato. I think we're getting the Covington sweet potato. So I have a spot for that where we're gonna put it, and that's gonna come out good because I love sweet potatoes. But you know, at some of these companies you spend just on the seeds and they don't charge you for shipping. Some of these companies, maybe the shipping is reduced. I know for a fact that a large portion of what we spent money on was not necessarily, you know, what we ordered, but on shipping costs. So like getting our potatoes here, it's, oh God, I think it was like $20-30 for shipping. But it's worth it for us because, you know, those potatoes we get, they're superior to anything you can get in the store. I'm sorry, it's just true. I know some people love their russets from the grocery store. I don't. I really don't. The Baltic Rose we grew this year, phenomenal. And we got big tubers too. So we bought 20 pounds of potatoes again, not including our sweet potatoes. So I think we got 12 sweet potato slips, which should be good. Greg doesn't eat sweet potatoes, I just do. So if we're, you know, flush with sweet potatoes, that's fine. We'll find something to do with them. We got 10 pounds of Baltic Rose. And I'm trying to remember what the other ones are because we got some new ones this year. Let me pull this out. Oh, we got Purple Sun potatoes. Those are cool. On Yukon Gem, related to Yukon Golds, but smaller. And the Purple Sun, I believe, is like purple on the outside and either white or yellow on the inside. So for the first time in about 6 or 7 years, we're not growing Adirondack Reds. We're gonna give them a break. Since we tried the Baltic Rose this year, up until that point, Adirondack Red was the best tasting potato we ever had. Baltic Rose just, you know, blew it out of the water. And then there was a new type of purple potato we wanted to try. I don't remember what it's called. It was called like a blackberry. But, you know, typically with purple potatoes, like they're cool. Their flavor is never really like stands out for me. You know, it just kind of tastes like a generic potato. The pigmentation on them is cool, but they tend to come out a little bit smaller. So we're going for bulk. So the Purple Sun, Yukon Gem, Baltic Rose, they should give us, you know, some decent, hopefully like ½ pound or more potatoes next year. So we're excited for that. So this is what's going on with us. We have our seeds. I don't have to order anything else. I'll find calendula at a big box store. That's fine. I can find, I have some lettuce seeds left over, so we're good. If anything, I might order some more tennis ball and tango lettuce, just because I like the texture of them and they taste kind of the same otherwise. But outside of that, you know, we can get lettuce from the big box store in the spring. That's fine. We got enough to get us going for the spring. I'm so excited for the 2023 gardening year. Between everything that we put in the ground and all of our seeds, I think this is gonna be our best year. It's gonna be our 3rd year on our property. And, you know, right when we moved in, we put as many berry bushes in, as many fruit trees as we could in. And I think this year is gonna be the year where we're gonna get that true, like everything's gonna give us something. And I'm so excited for it. So let me put this away. I'll be right back. Hey, boo. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to show you, you know, some of the stuff that we got in and some of the companies that we use. I know it's been a minute since our last video. We really have been, you know, attending to some family stuff going on. Just Greg and I are fine. We're fine. It has nothing to do with us. But, you know, life happens, and you know, we make videos when we can. So hopefully we can get back to our weekly video. Next time I want to talk to you about, you know, some stuff that we're not going to be growing again, and some recommendations, you know, as you take the winter to review your own seed orders. You looking at the video? Yeah. Some of our recommendations. So check that out next time. And meanwhile, I'm gonna hang out with Miss Boo here. Yeah, I think she figured out that she can see herself on the screen. I hope you have a nice beginning to your December, and we'll see you next time.